Come on. Welcome to the Big Al Show. This is TNA TJ, well, formerly known as TNA TJ. Still trying to figure out my new name. I don't really watch TNA anymore. But anyway, folks, I hope you're having a good Saturday. 6 o'clock Eastern time. I'm sure you guys are just lounging in the house listening to the one and only Big Al Show, of course. So I hope you guys enjoyed your wrestling this week. I'm sure you guys did not watch TNA and watched mainly Raw. My good old friend Big Al watched it. He said he liked it. I watched a little bit of it. It was okay. I'm just not a fan anymore. I'm losing my touch. But I'll get it back, folks. I'll get it back once WCW comes back. When is that? It's going to be when? Never. So maybe
well, actually, it might be coming back, ladies and gentlemen. There's a new federation out there called UCW.
Whoa.
And apparently UCW is doing it TNA TJ style. They must have heard TNA TJ's call for these wrestlers because they are all on UCW's roster. Now, UCW, if you haven't heard, is doing a show in August called Road Wild. Yes, you've heard that pay-per-view name before because WCW did it before, so they're pretty much copying it. And what do you know? A roster full of WCW wrestlers.
That's awesome. We got Rick Steiner.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do we got? We got Buff Daddy.
Buff Daddy.
Lex Luger. Yeah. Who else?
I don't know Lex Luger. Sorry.
Scott Norton.
Yep.
Give me a self-high-five on that one.
He's not there.
Yep. Scott Norton's not there.
He's not.
Oh, well, I know, but I could still do a self-high-five.
That's true.
Okay, everybody does self-high-fives. I do them all day. And who else? Let me guess who else. Scotty? Scotty going to be there? Scotty Riggs? Scotty Steiner.
Steiner, yeah, he's there.
Papa Pump, baby. Are they still feuding, brothers? And the UCW? Are they just going off?
Are they still going at it? I don't think so.
No, so it's not a continuation?
No. So what is going on, everybody? We just opened up the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Daniel from Scotland. JB forever. JB. Time to get things rolling. So you said you didn't like Impact.
I liked the beginning. It was awesome. Did you see that?
No.
What?
Why don't you tell all the fans about the beginning?
Ric Flair and, what's his name? Jay Lethal, just going back and forth, doing Ric Flair. Like, Ric Flair was talking to Ric Flair the whole time for like 10 minutes. It was great. If you can YouTube it.
I will. I'll take a look. You've been talking about it all day. That was a very popular segment for you.
The best thing in wrestling this week for both federations.
Oh, no.
You haven't seen it, so you can't say, oh, no. Trust me. Well, you're going to get a kick out of it. Matter of fact, you might burn it on DVD. You like it so much.
No. The best moment this week, you're wrong, was on Raw when the NXT guys tried to come out and jump Cena again, but this time the WWE guys got involved and they ran their ass out of the arena. And the last guy you saw running after him was Santino. That was funny. I loved it. I thought that was the best segment I've seen in wrestling for a long, long time. It was nice to see revenge on those NXT bastards for what they did.
I kind of like seeing Mark Henry running while NXT guys are actually running behind him, laughing at him.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was running, and you see NXT guys behind him running past him. He was a little behind. He's not the fastest.
Grim didn't like the ending for TNA. Excuse me, the ending for Raw. He says, how does throwing a guy in the back seat of a limo with slowly hitting cars hurt anyone? Well, I wouldn't say they were slowly. Boy, that last one, that would have hurt somebody if they were in the back seat.
No.
Hell yeah! Let me put you in the back room. I'm going that fast.
And he's laying down. You didn't see what
I think they rattled his brains, my friend. They were rattled his brains. Now, all you guys would have been complaining that they kidnapped them, and I would have been complaining too.
No.
So I was happy I thought they were going to. I thought they were going to kidnap him at first. They didn't.
Put him in the trunk.
Then he would be dead.
No, because they could have like a secret opening.
That was a little bit extreme. It was, you know what I was thinking when I watched it?
That was going to go on fire.
I was thinking that was a very violent segment, And, you know, they just got rid of Bryan Danielson for choking the announcer with his tie, but putting a guy in the backseat of a limo and crashing into cars, that's okay. That's not so violent. Choking someone with a tie, not going to happen. Doesn't make sense.
So you almost turned it off at that point.
Hell no. I thought it was a good segment. I didn't mind the ending at all. I thought they were going to take off the Bret Hart, and then I was going to say, the WWE screwed it again.
Throw him off the building.
Throw him off the building. But they just rattled his cage a little bit and then said, you know, think about this.
That's it. Now Bret Hart.
And now we got something to look forward to. Hey, WWE, like it or not, are the only ones right now with any type of story. That NXT Invasion sort of storyline is the only freaking story that they have in wrestling. All the other stories, they're not stories, they're just feuds. I'm mad at you because, you know, you bumped into me backstage. I'm mad at you because you have a title. Those aren't stories. This is an actual story. There's a reason for NXT to be mad. There's something that they're going for, and you don't know what's going to happen next week. So I think, you know, I like the story. I'm glad someone is finally giving us a story. You guys remember, I was begging TNA to give us a story. Only TNA guys, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe a bit against Hogan and the new guys, you know, Mr. Anderson. Same type of thing kind of that they're doing with the NXT. They didn't do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Should have done it. Should have pulled the trigger, but what they give us, Team Hogan and Team Flair.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'll give you that. Definitely the best thing going today.
Did you watch any of TNA's pay-per-view?
No.
Didn't watch it, Grim. Did not watch it. And
well, I take that back.
From what I'm hearing, I didn't miss anything.
I watched very little to see what the major announcement was.
And the major announcement was... Nah. Well, there was a big deal.
Sorry. Okay.
This thing happened.
Really?
Oh,
Tommy Dreamer's that big, huh?
Tommy Dreamer! Wow!
He didn't dream.
Wow! He was an ECW jobber. You know? When he was in ECW, he didn't do much. He chopped out most of the time. I don't know what they're going to do with him. Grim, in the chat, buddy, I know you love old ECW and then that stuff, but what are they going to do with that guy? What the hell is Tommy Dreamer going to do for TNA?
He's a douche.
Oh, you wanted to play that game. TNA TJ was listening to the radio, and this is all he does. He loves his sports talk radio. They were playing a game on the Dan Le Batard show called, what, Douche or No Douche?
Douche or No Douche.
Yeah, and they would say something, you know, this guy does this, a douche move or not. Well, we're going to do it, wrestlers. In real life, you meet them in person, what do you think they would be like? Do you think these guys would be nice guys?
Right.
Do you think they'd be douches?
Right.
Let me give you a name. John Cena. Douche or no douche?
No douche.
You think he's a nice guy?
Yeah.
I think he is, too. I'm going to go no douche on that. John Cena is not a douche.
Triple H.
Douche. Oh, super douche.
Freaking of douche.
Freaking. I think he is an asshole. I would not want to be locked in a room with Triple H for anything. I think if you asked him for an autograph, he'd either laugh at you, ignore you, smirk at you, or punch you in the mouth.
Right.
I got one for you. Buff Bagwell, douche or no douche? Be honest.
No douche.
No douche.
Oh, for sure.
You think he's a nice guy?
Cool guy.
I think he's a douche.
Dude, he wants to go out and have fun.
I think he's a douche.
No
he looks
way.
like a cocky little prick.
No way.
I'm sorry.
You're wrong.
I like him, but I don't think he would be friendly.
You go out with him, you're getting ladies.
Scott Norton, douche or no douche?
Oh, super no douche.
Super no douche.
Oh.
I think he might be the meanest guy out there. We're naming all your guys.
No.
Randy Orton.
Douche.
You think he'd be a...
Yeah, I think so.
I love Orton. I love Orton, but I think he might be right.
He
might be a little mean.
Yeah, like you go to ask, like, hey man, eating dinner.
I'm eating dinner.
Right, yeah.
RKO your ass.
Right.
Yeah.
He might get on the ground, start punching.
If he gets on the ground and starts hitting the floor like in the middle of a restaurant, I'm going to haul ass out of there.
Get the hell out.
So there's your little douche no douche game. I think he's probably no douche. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. DDP, I bet.
Guy that cut his ass all day.
So, guys, we're going to get into the Fatal 4-Way predictions. We're going to get into the analysis, and we have a ton of news. Oh, we'll go over. So we're just getting started here. We've got 15 minutes to stick with us. Lots to talk about. Let's talk some ratings. Ratings for this week, Impact. I'm going to guess. Take a guess.
0.9.
Oh, you got it right.
Yeah!
Isn't that pathetic? It is. You know, it's the same freaking rating. I was thinking about this week. You know why it's the same every single week? You know why we're not seeing any improvement in the numbers? Because it sucks. It sucks, and the writing's down, and we saw that, but it's the same wrestlers doing the same things. Hasn't Abyss been there forever? Hasn't AJ been there forever? I mean, a lot of the guys that they're pushing, that they've had forever. Are they really bringing in new talent?
Yeah.
Isn't it time to say, you know what? Maybe we need to throw the whole batch out.
Yeah.
Like you said, how many of these wrestlers would WWE even pick up?
You know,
TNA released every wrestler today.
Maybe a few.
You know, Kurt Angle, if they could. A couple of those guys, maybe.
Talking about some of TNA guys, original.
TNA originals, not many.
Two.
They might give AJ a chance.
Yeah, and maybe.
They might give Samoa Joe a chance.
No, they already did. You're wrong.
They did.
They did.
I stand corrected. Same with Matt Morgan, right?
Yep.
He was
he stuttered. He didn't make it.
Well, he's made some improvement.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I don't know. But,
Jay Lethal. Definitely would take him.
you think they take Lethal?
Yes.
He's awesome.
They love him.
I love Jay Lethal.
What a great guy.
Yeah. So, but for the most part, isn't it time to get rid of all these guys and let's bring in a brand new batch of wrestlers and start fresh? Because you've been getting a 1.0 for the last 10 years. It's the same damn thing, the same damn rating, the same damn audience. If you're going to expand past this big bump, this 1.0 bump, it's pathetic that a wrestling show on at 9 o'clock on a major cable company is getting a 1.0, or not even to begin with. That's sad to begin with.
Two things.
Yeah.
One, power playing again.
Okay.
Two, jobbers. In order to push these new guys.
You mention that every week. You love
doesn't matter. They need it. You want new guys. I agree. Come in and just be new. Like Goldberg came in and beat the jobbers.
Right.
That's how he got over. He came and
the big win streak.
Right, the big win streak. Then he gradually got into the B plus and the A minus, and the A, and then until he got a title. Right. I mean, just can't come in and start killing everybody.
Right. He did come in and kill everybody.
Yeah, it's like you more. I mean, guys that lose anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they definitely need like a power plant to, and get some guys in there that know talent. Build a guy, find a guy, find a hidden gem.
And it's funny because I just saw one of these sites. They said that there's been some talk within TNA that they need to get out more and scout more wrestlers. Well, no shit. Really? You need to scout more wrestlers? You think, TNA? No, just be happy with the old-ass guys that you have and the same-ass TNA guys that you've had. I'm sorry. I get a little frustrated with TNA. You know, every time we start to talk about TNA,
I know. Maybe the Stars can come back.
Right? Oh, the Stars. You know your jokes.
What? He ran power plant.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant to wrestle.
No,
you're right. Sarge did run power plant.
I mean, that's who built the talent, right? I mean, generally. We're talking about a wrestle.
And you want to bring back jobbers as well.
Oh, why not? You telling me a jobber won't go on TV for $30, $50?
Man, jobbers are the way to go, but they're not going to do it. You know, that's how you built up wrestlers back in those days. You showed the guy that you wanted to showcase would wrestle a bum. You get to see all his moves. You get to see his personality. He wins the whole match, so you get to know the guy a little better. Maybe he cuts an interview after. Character development. And then when that guy who's been winning goes against the other wrestler who's been winning all his matches too, you got a good pay-per-view match. People want to see it. So, they don't do it anymore.
Mark Chupa from Ohio.
Yeah. Johnny Rings from South Florida.
Yeah, that's it. Boynton Beach, Florida, Max. I don't know.
We got it.
I can think of a million names.
We got it. Raw got a 3.4, up a little bit from what they've been doing lately. So the NXT angle, I think, catching a little bit of steam. It takes a little time. I think if this angle at its peak could get them over 4.0, no?
No.
You're crazy.
No.
If they do well with it.
No.
Why?
Because I just don't.
They just had a 3.7 for the whole Taker, Shawn Michaels before WrestleMania.
Sure. But what's the highest since?
Shoot. Probably about this, a 3.4.
There you go. I mean, how much bigger can you get 2 weeks ago and then coming into this week? Don't you think you should have gotten more?
No.
No?
Well, look, I can't go back and look at the angles, but I'm pretty sure, the NW angle didn't take off right away. There was buzz. There were people talking about it. There were people interested.
Yeah,
I'm sure the ratings went up 0.1, 0.2, but listen.
Listen.
No, man, the problem is wrestling fans, especially on the Internet, they think so. We think so short term. We're looking at 1 week to 1 week or 1 week to really build up a big angle that's going to gain some steam and momentum. You're talking 3 to 6 months before you even see anything.
Sure.
You're not going to see stuff pick up right away. It's going to take a long time to develop. And, we're sitting here analyzing ratings, from 1 week to the next. Oh, they're up 0.2. Come on, that could be an error, that could be nothing, that could be, a perverted guy wanted to see Madison Rain's butt or something. Do you know what I mean? So, week to week, you can't look at the ratings to tell how they're doing.
I just don't think they're going to crack 4.
You know, they were cracking full a couple years ago. I don't know. Wrestling, I guess, you're not happy with wrestling.
Yeah, I'm just not into it, man. You know, I'm not a big WWE fan. Though I can't disagree with this angle. I love it. It's really cool. But, I don't know, I'm still just not a fan of the talent they got there.
You know, don't get me wrong. It's not that this was some awesome original angle. It's the NWO blueprint.
So the NWO younger version.
Well, yeah, it's a blueprint. You know, the same attack style, the same gang mentality, except they're younger guys. They have a different reason for doing it. I love invasion angles.
Sure.
I have no problem with them. Now, if TNA sets up an ECW invasion angle, that could really stink. We've seen that, right? WWE did that. I like invasion angles, but that's the best they can come up with. Let's get all the old ECW guys together and do one of those. Why not the old TNA guys against Hogan's guys? It's right there in front of you. It's so easy. All the guys Hogan brought in, Hardy, RVD, Mr. Anderson, against the TNA guys. Come on, it's so simple. That was their goal all along. That would have been their angle that people would watch.
Yeah, sure.
You know? We're going to kick out those guys and kick them off and give them Thursday. Could have had a Monday show and a Thursday show. Hogan's on Mondays, the old TNA guys are on Thursdays. Thursdays, you got the six-sided ring. Could have been awesome. But, you know, WWE beats them to the punch, NXT.
Oh, the Luchadors, like we were saying.
Or the Luchadors. Got some calls. Do you want to take calls?
Sure, go.
You want to take calls?
Who is it?
I don't know. Let's take a call. 216, you're on the air with the Big Al Show.
Hi.
What's going on?
Hello?
Who are we speaking with?
It's Warren Chaos.
Hey, Warren Chaos. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Nothing. I'm good, man. Just, you know, doing my thing. I had some shows today. Had a guy from out where you guys are, Denzel Titan.
Oh, yeah?
The Michigan guy. Yeah.
We got a show down here tonight. It's the Coastal Championship Wrestling.
Oh, good stuff. But I ain't gonna take up much of your time. I gotta get right back in the ring and whatnot. But you guys have to talk about, if you haven't already, is the Flair thing.
What's that? What about it? I don't know if I heard it. Tell me.
Was TNA when the guy made fun of Flair? He was doing all Flair's moves, Jay Lethal.
Oh yeah, the beginning.
Oh, that was beautiful. I loved every moment of that.
You had TNA TV. It was going on for about 5 minutes about how great that was.
It was, and I totally agree. It was great. He was doing the elbow drops on the mat and everything. Beautiful.
Jay Lethal's the man. I love Jay Lethal. You been watching TNA? I've been falling off with it.
I've been trying to keep up with it, and that was the last time I've seen it in like a good while. You know, I've got to do my own thing, but it was worth watching that episode at least.
Nice. What do you think of that NXT angle, Warren?
NXT. I'm liking that new guy, Cotton. I do believe his name is. He's good. MVP's rookie. I don't even know what to think about that guy. That is Urkel, I think. Yeah. The glasses and everything. That's just crazy. I don't know, man. It looks like it's going to be a nice new season, and all these guys look really good. And who was it? The guy that they stole from TNA, Low-Key.
Low-Key. WCW. Used to wrestle in WCW, too.
Yes. I was surprised by that. I was like, what? His name ain't Caval, and he's got the chicks as his pros. I thought that was awkward, but... I know they make him carry their belts. That's always good.
Yeah. So what do you want, Warren? You doing a show right now?
Yes, I am. This is Parma, Ohio, and it's a double show. It's Maximum Assault Wrestling and Hard Knock Wrestling.
Nice, brother. Who are you wrestling?
I actually worked with Denzel Titan.
Nice.
Yeah,
you gonna win tonight?
Fantastic. What's that?
You gonna win tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Of course I am. That's how I roll. I'm going to be champion
for joining us, buddy. What's that?
No problem. You guys have a good one. No,
all
you
right,
guys
man,
have a good one. All right, bye.
All right, you too later. War and Chaos. Only the Big Al Show has wrestlers, calling in between their match to give their take on the state of wrestling.
Outside the ring real quick. Told her, just give me a couple of seconds.
He pulled one of those. This guy's got a foreign object in his pants. I'm taking off. Called the Big Al Show. Went back. He's back in the ring now. He's back. War and Chaos. We're gonna give away a spoiler. He's winning tonight. He's winning if anybody's listening. So there you go. You gotta watch. Yeah. That's great. We got a local call. Local 754. You're on the air with the Big Al Show. It's a Metro PCS phone.
Al.
Hold on. Hey, what's up?
It's VIP.
VIP is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what that means.
Very important news.
We got some very important news. What is going on, VIP? Now, every week you've been giving us some really interesting stuff. Last week, we found out that Chris Jericho got kicked out of the Broward Mall. He was being very touchy with the fans, intoxicated. They asked him to leave. Yeah. Week before, we were learning the Big Show is hiring prostitutes, he's getting wasted on the road, and Bobby Lashley's cheating with some white woman at a UFC fight. What the hell does VIP have for us this week?
Batista.
I don't
know if anybody watched Wednesday on Showtime, Strikeforce. Batista was sitting in the audience. So was Kurt Angle. Batista is going to start training for mixed martial arts, and he's going to be signed to Strikeforce. And further, it's supposed to be a him versus Bobby Lashley kind of feud, kind of like wrestler versus wrestler.
Really? I know you talk to a lot of MMA guys, so you know this stuff.
Oh yeah, this is a definite. Strikeforce is going to sign him. They want him to do some independence, but he's more or less going to be already signed to Strikeforce. He's going to be doing some stuff on the independent circuit, but before you know it, he's going to be in Strikeforce challengers, whatever they're going to put him in, and as he progresses, the whole thing is supposed to be which one is the greatest pro wrestler turned UFC wrestler, since they won't let them into the UFC no time soon. But yeah, everybody, I was actually talking to a friend. I was actually talking with him at the press conference and stuff, and he says he's so down for the whole UFC mixed martial arts thing. He's been something he loved for a long time, so he can't wait to actually get into the ring UFC style.
So we've been hearing rumors that Batista was interested in MMA, but you're saying this is for sure. He is going to sign with Strikeforce.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Wow. All right. So, and he's really that's pretty interesting.
Also supposed to be training with American Top. Don't know where exactly he's going to be training out of, but he's going to be training with American Top Team to start off.
Wow. Good stuff. And Bobby Lashley, of all people, to put in his first match with, that would be great.
Yeah. I doubt it'll be his first match. Maybe give him maybe a year or so. Depends on how much he progresses over the time. So, but it's a definite.
You're talking about the long-term booking.
Yeah, Batista, no more pro wrestling. Batista's going to be MMA.
Wow. Do you think he's good enough though? He's a little older now.
He's a little older, but they said he's still solid. Still 100% solid, no doubt about that. So, wow. He needs to work. He has good stamina. He has a lot of good other stuff. He just needs to work on his grappling, his striking, and that'll be pretty much it. They pair him up with somebody real good. As long as he ain't like Kimbo Slice, he'll learn fast and be great in MMA.
Awesome. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Batista is going to sign with Strikeforce. VIP with the latest news that is going to happen. And the long-term plan, Batista, to go against Bobby Lashley. Nice. Thank you for that information, VIP.
Later, bro.
Later, buddy. VIP, ladies and gentlemen, every week he's got something, and he's not BSing you guys. No, all this stuff that we've told you, this is not a joke. This isn't the Ultimate Warrior part. That stuff is legit. Jericho was down here at the Broward Mall. You know, we saw Lashley with the blonde. Okay. I know for a fact he goes out with the Big Show. You know, Big Show lives down in this area. Yeah. Okay. And we've been hearing Batista is interested in mixed martial arts. We heard that he was at the Strikeforce event, but we didn't know that it was, so certain that he was going to sign. Looks like that is definitely going to happen. Batista is going MMA.
Brock Lesnar style.
Brock Lesnar style. Brock Lesnar would bust his butt.
Oh, yeah. Fresh.
Do you think Batista has what it takes?
He's big. I don't know.
Very big, but does he have what it takes?
Well, I don't know. You don't know that. He's obviously a big guy. He's athletic. Doesn't, I'm sure he can. Brock Lesnar had a wrestling background already. He kind of went in there knowing a little bit. But sure, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. Well, Herschel Walker did it.
So thanks to everybody in the chat for stopping by. Ron, thanks for coming in. JB Forever is back. Inge is with us.
Ron Studd was in the room?
No, not Ron Studd.
Oh.
No, just Ron.
Oh.
Daniel from Scotland. And Grim, of course, on all of our guests. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. So the chat room is weighing in. Looks like the majority of them don't think Batista can cut it in the MMA scene.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess we will see. Speaking of MMA, thank you, Dan from Scotland. John Cena recently, I believe either he attended or he'd gone to or he watched the whole UFC fight or something, and he went and told, gave an interview and said, UFC does nothing for him. So you're not going to ever see John Cena in an MMA match.
I'm sure they're crying.
I'm sure Cena would have you probably have no clue, right, how to wrestle in an MMA match.
You get his leg, bro.
Cena would probably be dead. Legit this time.
Yeah. He came back quick, by the way. He seemed pretty fun.
That bothered me. Okay, I liked most of Raw. I really did like most of Raw, but I will say I didn't like they brought Cena right back. And I said it last week. I hope they don't bring him right back because it's such a WWE thing to do. This huge jump. They beat him silly. He's on the ground. They bring a stretcher out. He's sticking his thumb up like he's going to be out for months.
Like he's paralyzed.
7 days later. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I never quit.
Back straight away.
As a matter of fact, I can wrestle tonight. Don't worry about me. I'm John Cena.
What is that about?
Oh, boy.
My injury good back in the day.
Dana from Scotland wants to know what TNA TJ thinks of the big news this week. Scott Hall done TNA.
It doesn't matter.
You're a big Scott Hall fan.
I know, but he's been done. It hasn't worked since he arrived, so it's not really a big deal to me. I am a big Scott Hall and a Kevin Nash fan, but it's not working anymore. They don't have it anymore, which is sad, but, I think it's time. I think it's time for Nash, too.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
And listen, guys, TNA TJ, you're not going to meet anybody who liked WCW and liked those guys, I don't think, more than TJ. So when he's telling you it's time for Hall, Nash, and that group to move on, damn, it's time.
Yeah, it's just not working. Now, I don't know if it's because TNA is so bad and they're just not into it, which could be the case, too, because, I tell you, off camera, Scott Hall is a character.
He's still a great character.
Right, but it seems like when he's with the TNA, same with Nash, they're just dull.
Couldn't they just have been characters? My idea, or what I would have done with Hall, Nash, Waltman, they're more personalities than anything. Use them for that.
Have them be jokesters.
I don't care if Kevin Nash and Scott Hall are dual managers. Maybe they're managing a tag team. Stick them with the Motor City Machine Gunners or something. Nash is from Detroit. There's a million other alternatives to the way TNA was doing it.
Have promos with them going to strip clubs. I mean, they can have fun with it, have them goofing off. Scott Hall has his own show.
On YouTube, yeah.
Right.
So do I. YouTube.com/Kickass Wrestling Show.
Whoa.
And JB Forever, yeah. He said, well, at least Kevin Nash tries. At least Nash. You don't see Nash take off time for personal problems or personal issues unless it's an injury.
No, I don't think anyone is trying in TNA. Any of the old WWE stars, RVD, Jeff Hardy, I think they're being lazy, and I think they're liking it. I think they're liking not having to go on that schedule, WWE.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Easy schedule.
Easy.
By the way, we talked about Batista at the MMA fight, Strikeforce. Was also there. Goldberg was there.
He's there all the time.
Yeah. Chavo was there.
He's there all the time.
The cat was there.
He's there all the time.
You still love the cat, don't you?
Where's the cat? Give me that guy for a ring announcer.
Shut down. There's a new DVD coming out. No, Grim, we're not going to talk about 3D every week. He's like you with Buff Bagwell.
3D.
A new DVD coming out from the WWE. Real quickly, I'm sorry, Daniel wanted us to touch on this. ODB's gone from TNA.
Old dirty bad.
No, not.
He's been gone.
Oh, that don't.
No, but he has.
I know. I miss ODB. But we're talking about the wrestler ODB. You know, the one who grabs the crotch, has the tats, looks like a butch.
The girl.
Yeah.
Blonde.
Yeah, come on.
She's been gone.
Well, they haven't been using her, but no.
Okay.
Now she is gone.
So what?
She's definitely gone. I guess she was giving negative views of TNA in her interview.
Good for her.
Yeah, so see you later.
Good.
50 greatest wrestlers of all time. DVDs coming out for the WWE. They're going to make a DVD. 50 greatest wrestlers. What do you think? You're going to buy?
Maybe. Not necessarily, Give me my Nitro seasons and years. If they can do it on demand, which I've been showing you, they can do it on DVD.
Right.
1996, 97 Nitro, 98 Nitro. They do it with everything else.
Who's your 50 greatest wrestlers? If you had to name a couple off the top of your head.
Well, Buck Daddy would definitely be in the top 10 as long as...
All right, I'm going to be realistically Hulk Hogan.
Number 10.
The Rock.
Number 9.
Steve Austin. Now, I'm going to put Hulk Hogan number 1.
Oh.
I'm going to say there's no question about it. Sure. Look, and if anyone wants to argue with me on this, that Stone Cold or The Rock are more popular than Hulk Hogan, I want you to look at the ratings. I want you to look at the attendance. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant drew a 15.1. Think about it, a 15.1. Okay? Hogan's number 1. Number 2, man, you could really flip a coin, I think, between The Rock and Austin. I'll go Austin because he was there longer. The Rock, as much as I love him, he came and he was gone.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't come and go that quick.
5 years, 6 years.
He was there a little while. But I definitely give Stone
Could have 20 years in the industry.
Full Gold is bigger than.
Okay, so those 3. After that, I think it's an open ball game. Well, who else? What do you think? Anyone up there on their level? Is there anyone? Ric Flair? Obviously. I'm sorry. How did I forget Ric Flair? You might want to put Flair number 2. You might want to put Flair number 2.
I ain't tell you. Woo! Dusty Rhodes in the top 10. Jesus.
Dusty Rhodes? Sure. Top 10? Sure. I'm with that.
Come on, man. He was before Ric Flair. Ric Flair learned a little from Dusty Rhodes. Remember that? He said it. Dusty Rhodes is a character.
He's fat. Grim thinks Ultimate Warrior is number 1.
Absolutely not.
Is he top 10?
Number 1 douchebag.
Oh, he would be the number 1 douche. Ultimate Warrior would definitely be the number 1 douche on the list. But, you know, he's left us alone for a week now, and then this week we haven't heard from him yet. We're halfway through the show, we haven't heard from the Warrior.
Call him a douche.
And we call him a douche, so we're expecting any minute our door's going to be blown in.
Yeah.
I think that's the main guys. Those 4, I don't think you can put anyone else on their level, can you?
Well, no. Probably not.
Would you put Bret Hart in the top 10?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
A lot of people would disagree.
I think he kind of came around a little late. You remember he was in WWE for a little while.
Well, yeah, the Hart Foundation.
Right. But I mean, it took
Ric Flair always makes this point. For some reason, Flair loves to get on Bret Hart. You know, that Bret Hart, he said, he never drew a dime. When he was the main draw, when he was the champion in WWE, the business was terrible. And it was. Yeah. If you look at it, it was bad. Right. That was really maybe the worst the WWE has ever been when Bret was the champion. Yeah. If you remember, they got down the ratings. I always remember these ratings. 1.8. McMahon was ready to file for bankruptcy. And they had to get rid of Bret Hart's contract. You know, Bret Hart's popular. I think he's a great wrestler. Sure. He's a good personality. I'd have to go through the list. He probably wouldn't make my top 10. I'd have to be honest, he would make my top 20.
Sure. I think Shawn Michaels better than Bret Hart.
Piper, Grim, yes. Roddy Piper, top 10. No question about it. Roddy Piper is the top 10. Yeah. And he also said $1 Million Man. $1 Million Man would be up there.
I thought he was up there too, man. Maybe number 10. Just cracking it. Undertaker.
Oh, no. He's definitely top 10. He's definitely top
10 to me, though.
But see how many good wrestlers there are? It would really be tough to go through this list and cut out everyone but a top 10. We're going to do a top 50.
What about the guys that didn't last long? That could have, that, like you said, longevity. Goldberg, if he would have stuck around longer.
Now, here's the thing. Goldberg, if he had stuck around longer, he didn't stay around long enough.
What about the guys?
Maybe top 20, 30.
Magnum
TNA? Yeah. Maybe a Magnum TNA.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Magnum TNA. Yeah, no, Magnum TNA. Magnum TA, no. He wasn't around long enough. He was going to be there. He had a good pop on.
Never know.
Wasn't going to happen. No, John Cena's not on the top 10 list.
No.
And they're saying in the chat, too, Owen Hart, top 10?
No.
No, and I love Owen Hart. Good personality, great wrestler. He didn't have enough personality for me to be a top 10. All right, don't take that the wrong way. I love Owen Hart to death, but I can't put him in my top 10. But that's just me. You could have him number one. He was a great wrestler, and he was funny, good personality. But I don't know. I don't think they ever did what could have been done with him. I think there could have been more for Owen Hart.
Macho Man.
Macho Man. How in the hell are we forgetting about the Macho Man, Randy Savage? You could argue top 5 with the Macho Man, Randy Savage, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Macho. Thank you. I'm sorry we forgot about you, buddy. It won't happen again.
Yeah.
All right. So, 50 Greatest Wrestlers DVD is coming soon, guys. Make sure you guys get it.
I wonder who's 50. Like, who's the last on their list? I'm curious. There's going to be some old-timers.
Is that going to be like a
Briscoe?
Is that going to be kind of, 50? You just made the cut. Congratulations. It probably won't be anybody.
Briscoe. It's going to be like an old...
Yeah, one of his buddies that he's kind of doing a favor for. Probably to get him in. It's going to be, here's my prediction, number 50 is going to be a McMahon boy. Thanks for one of his buddies.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. So let's move on. Look, we got a huge pay-per-view tomorrow to talk about. We're going to do all the predictions, all the analysis, but we wanted to run through the news. We haven't done a lot of the news lately.
All right.
And we love the news.
Give it to us.
So we got more. Chris Jericho's pissed off.
Whoa.
He may, now this is just a rumor, he may be done in September.
He's done.
His contract is up because he wants to do this talk show on ABC. McMahon's mad. They say McMahon's mad about it now.
I don't like that. McMahon's being a baby. But that's typical. So what? It gives you more publicity. Hello? You got a guy with character on a show.
Yeah.
What do you want?
And, Chris Jericho, he should obviously take the the game show. It's on ABC. It's, he's going to expand his career a little bit. I love Jericho, but he can go back to the WWE anytime. It's not like he hasn't taken time off before.
Do you remember the wrestlers back in the day used to go on Family Feud?
You said that last week.
Yeah,
yes, I know. Wrestlers on Family Feud.
That's awesome.
Sure, but Vince McMahon has a different mentality now.
Why? He's such a baby when it comes to certain things.
You guys want some comedy?
Sure.
The Truth.
Our Truth.
I call him The Truth. You can call him Our Truth all you want. The Truth is going to do a metal hip-hop song.
I like it.
What the hell is that?
I can rap.
A metal hip-hop song? Oh, yeah. Some things just don't mix.
Run DMC.
That wasn't metal. That was rock and rap.
Okay, I got one. Slam by Onyx did one.
Yeah, I don't know if that was metal.
Really?
It was heavy, a little bit. Man, I'm thinking metal, heavy metal, headbanger stuff.
No, Ice did it. Ice Baby.
Come on. VIP would love that you just gave a shout out to Vanilla Ice. That's his favorite rapper because in the beginning of Ice Ice Baby he says, "Yo, VIP,
right?
Let's kick it."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's on my friends list on MySpace.
Hulk Hogan he's marketing a show to different networks. He wants to do another reality show about his life.
Okay.
He wants to call it The Resurrection of Hulk Hogan. That's cool. It's cool, but come on. I love Hogan, but
give us his son.
The Resurrection of Hulk Hogan? Come on, Hogan.
No, his son.
No, I think didn't they do that?
No, Nick Hogan. I'm not telling Nick.
I'm sick of
I want Nick. I want sorry Nick.
Nick's sick of Nick.
I'm sick of Nick. He's a good guy.
Oh, boy. More mistakes for TNA, Glenn. More mistakes, TNA fans. I'm sorry. They're moving TNA Explosion, which is like TNA's B show, really far down the line of their list of shows. They're moving it to Thursday. So now Thursday at 8 o'clock, Explosion, 9 o'clock, Impact, and 11 o'clock, Reaction.
Big mistake.
So, because you really want, what is that, 4 hours of TNA wrestling in a night? 3 hours of wrestling is too much. It's been proven. For the most part, unless it's a special, 3 hours is too much for pay-per-view.
Yeah.
2 hours is enough. You're doing 4 hours of TNA, no one's going to watch, and you're wasting your time. If you really want to do that, put TNA Explosion on a different night at 8. I guess they don't want to. They don't want to make it like a wrestling. Spike TV's all wrestling, I guess. But too much at once. Too much.
Gotta flip that, baby.
HBK is pissed off.
Heartbreak Kid.
That Bryan Danielson was released because HBK used to train Danielson.
Well, cry me a river.
Hey, you better watch what you say about HBK. Speaking of top 10, he's got to be top 10, right? HBK?
I have to look at my list. I have to write a list.
Come on.
Sorry.
I think he'd have to be in my top 10.
I'm sorry.
Great wrestler.
Sure, but there's other...
Awesome personality. This is the difference between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart for me.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Personality.
They're both great wrestlers, but Shawn Michaels has charisma and mic skills that dwarf Bret Hart's. And make him look bad, you know. Shawn Michaels is top 10 for me. Just to go back to that.
I'd have to write my list now. We'll see.
WrestleMania, they said there were 72,000 people there. There were really 61,000.
Oh, what liars.
61.
So who called the lie?
Well, afterwards, you know, they do the real tally. It wasn't like they lied and then they're like, we got them.
Oh, okay. So you were just like...
The announced tally, you know.
Definitely full.
They gave away 6,000 tickets, you know. And yeah, that's true. They actually gave away 6,000. I'm sure those are to people, you know, family, friends.
Sure, of course.
But that means that you could go to WrestleMania and yell, you guys are giving away tickets. You didn't even pay for your tickets. Remember when they did that with the WCW little invasion, ODX? You could do that to them.
Sure.
Triple H and Edge. We're going to have a feud, possibly, at SummerSlam to culminate. Triple H is going to take some more time off for movies.
Good for him. Good for him. Good movies.
That's all you got to say?
That's it, man. Be prepared. Be prepared to spend $8 and go see a Triple H movie.
Bryan Danielson is doing indie shows now. He's going to start doing them. He's talking to ROH, so it looks like it's legit. He's gone.
I told you.
How stupid to let him go for that.
No, I think it was more than that. I remember when I told you last week I could swear I saw him spit at his face? I don't think he was supposed to do that. And I also read that was part of the reason, too. He went a little overboard. He did. I think he was the one guy that you could tell was putting a little bit more into it. Is that wrong? I don't think so, but if they're a PG show and that's where they're going. And Cena got pissed.
It's not wrong. It's great.
No, it's great.
That's what he should have been doing. That was the good stuff. That's why after that, I think a lot of people noticed him more than all the other guys because of the way he was acting. For the first time, hey, I've been on Danielson. I'm going to give it to you. I never really thought he had much charisma, personality. I think he's a great wrestler, but there's a lot of great wrestlers. What he showed me during that one NXT Invasion moment, he had some fire. He had some anger. He showed me he had a little something in the tank. And they fucking let him go. What is wrong with you, WWE?
You should have the one-legged guy on NXT Season 2.
Being the big WCW fan that you were, if this had happened then, you'd have been so happy. You'd have been like, wow, they're idiots. Thank God they let him go. They blew it.
Sure.
No?
No.
I thought he did good.
He did fine. I don't care. Why do I care?
Do you like Ric Flair's new stable? It's called Fortune.
No.
I guess that's so they could throw up the 4 and get away with it.
Yeah.
We're doing it for Fortune, and Vince McMahon can't sue them. They said 4 horsemen.
Lethal.
Right. They can say it.
Right.
You know, the copyright doesn't mean you can't say the name.
Oh, man.
You know, I can say The Rock. The Rock can't sue me. You're allowed. They can't portray that they are the 4 horsemen, you know. Well, Vince McMahon, you know, he's very trigger happy with that. Suing people.
I want an old federation.
I know you do. You got it, TNA.
No. Old. I want an 80s production style.
Good luck. We're going to have to do it ourselves. Would all you guys watch if we created our own wrestling federation, if we literally started recruiting indie wrestlers, making, you know, weekly or monthly shows, doing my own storylines, my own angles, interviews, characters? I think people would watch. Sure. I think it would be pretty good at the commentaries. Oh, it would be great. Sure. Stay tuned for that. Big Al's Wrestling Federation coming up soon. John Cena, we already talked about. He said UFC does nothing for him. We talked about Scott Hall being released. ODB was released. Dixie Carter said she's proud of Scott Hall. She tweeted. I guess he's getting help. Really, Dixie? Like, does she even have to tweet about it then? I'm proud that he's getting help. I guess it's to be nice. She's being a little too nice. Trying to, you know, but how many times has Scott Hall been getting help? I love Scott Hall. I think he just is probably done with TNA. He's not having problems. Not any more than he was having before that he doesn't want. You know what I mean? If he's drinking, he wants to drink. Leave him alone. He's not happy with TNA. If ratings had gone up, And they've done well. Do you think things would be different?
Yeah,
he was dedicated for a minute. He was losing weight.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think it's about happy, though. I think it's just dull. I think it's boring. Boring to the wrestlers, too. That's what I said. I don't think they're really trying anymore. Hey, but is it, what about TNA giving free pay-per-views, a rumor?
Oh, that's a little rumor. Yeah. Go ahead and tell everybody.
TNA, that's one of the rumors. We're going to try to do free pay-per-views, about 9 of them a year, and only 3 will be paid. You got to pay for it. Sort of like Clash of the Champions. I think it's smart if they do it. It'll be, a live show, and we're giving a free pay-per-view. I mean, Clash of Champions, that's how they got over.
I would watch. It's free pay-per-view. You guys would watch, right? It's a free pay-per-view. I think it's a great idea. It can't be making much. I can't imagine there's a lot of people ordering TNA pay-per-views right now, right? So give it away on free TV, Sunday nights live, and a lot of people will watch that. If it's good, you might get some people's attention. If it's the same crap they didn't give it doesn't matter. But whatever, I'll take a free pay-per-view. Sure, give it to us. Best idea they've had in a while.
Yeah.
I'll give them credit. I'll give TNA credit. Great idea.
If they do it.
If they do it. It's such a good idea that they won't.
The rumor.
Okay, everybody. We're going to do our Fatal 4-Way prediction. Pay-per-view tomorrow. We got 13 minutes left. Let's get into this. Let's talk about Fatal 4-Way.
Eric.
Should we start at the bottom of the card or the top of the card?
No, the start of the card.
The bottom of the card.
Yes.
Alicia Fox versus Maurice versus Gail Kim versus Eve Torres. I like Eve Torres now. She's beautiful in person. VIP helps her put her bags in her car.
I'll go for whoever. Just throw down one.
But I'm going to go with Alicia Fox because I love her, and she was riding an old Mercury. She needs help, and I'm going to help her out. Once she wins this match, I'm going to come pick her up. Something nicer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to rent a car.
Anybody for me. You circle down there.
Oh, we're up to a Daniel from Scotland said, don't forget about the IC title match. You know Daniel from Scotland. Big fan of Drew McIntyre.
I am too.
Drew McIntyre challenging. They give the title back to. I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre. You like that, right? He got robbed. Kofi Kingston challenging. Poor Kofi. He won the title twice now.
Yeah.
And they still haven't given him the title. So I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I'm going Drew. I think we're going to find out, suspend Kofi Kingston.
And by the way, my last pay-per-view, bad.
Yeah, I told you.
I didn't get too many right.
I did.
You're good at the predictions. You're better than that in me.
Yes, throw them in there.
I think I'm trying too hard. I got to start thinking about what Vince would do in that situation. So we're both going with Drew. I'm going for Alicia, and you don't care in the women's match?
Yeah.
You have to make a call.
Kofi.
He's not in the women's match.
Give me the name.
You're wasted.
No, give me the name.
Alicia Fox, Maurice, Gail Kim, and Eve Torres.
I'm going Eve Torres.
Eve Torres, all right. I said Alicia Fox. R-Truth is going to take on The Miz. The Miz just won the U.S. title for R-Truth. Miz is going to keep it. Do you like that they gave the title right back to Miz?
Sure.
That's stupid. Well, if you're giving a push to Killings and you're going to give him the U.S. title, give him the title and let him go. Give him a push. The Miz has had that title forever. What's it going to do for him now? He wasn't even defending it since the MVP. He wasn't doing anything for The Miz. Forget the U.S. title. They should have rode with Killings.
Miz is the man.
You like The Miz now? No. You're being a smart ass. All right. Well, I'm going to have to go with The Miz because I think WWE is stupid.
Not being me now. You want to have a finally good.
I want to have a good record. Well, we differ in the female match. We have a match for the World Heavyweight title. Whoa! Jack Swagger, CM Punk, Rey Mysterio Jr., and the Big Show. I'm going Big Show to win the World Heavyweight title and then say, come on, you little NXTers, try me now.
Nice. What do you think? Unfortunately, I like the Big Show, and I wish he would, but I think for some dumb reason they're going to have that guy keep the belt, Swagger.
Swagger to retain.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm going to go with Big Show for the championship win. I love Big Show. Vince loves Big Show. I think right now with the whole NXT thing, he would be a great target for them to go after. And I think Big Show would be the one to...
Khalid.
The great Khalid.
Yeah.
Khalid. Fuck, forget that guy.
You do.
Khalil.
You're scary.
Some fans were chanting Big Khalil at him at the event that I went to.
Throwing hummus at him.
Throwing hummus at him, Indian food. All right, you're going Swagger, I'm going Show in the main event. Woo! Sheamus. I'm liking him more and more. I don't like that they gave him the world title, but now I'm starting to catch on to him now that he's not in everyone's face every day with the title. Edge. You don't like Edge?
No.
He's cool, man. I like Edge. Cool. I love when he does a spear. He doesn't do a good spear. No, but before he does a spear, I like when he starts going crazy and grabbing his hair. He looks pretty cool. No? I like it. Goldberg, he does the best spear. I'm sorry. I know.
Of course he does. Is that even in debate?
No.
Rhino did a better spear.
Yeah, Rhino did a way better spear than Edge. So, yeah, we're ripping on Edge's spear, everybody. Forget it. Randy Orton, who I love. I like what they're doing with him. I thought what they did with him on Raw was cool. They got him in the NXT picture. He came out in hell. He's cool. Great personality. Boy, he cut a good promo on Raw this month. Yeah, you wouldn't want to run into him in a dark alley. Stop where you are. You would stop.
Sure.
And, of course, the guy who gets the shit beat out of him and comes back in a week, John Cena. He's ready. He's ready to go for the title match.
Jean Shorts.
Is NXT going to come out and do something?
Are you getting jean shorts?
I'm not getting jean shorts. Is NXT going to come out and do something?
Yes.
What are they going to do? Jump Cena? Jump everyone?
Yes.
Jump everyone. So no contest.
We're gonna let me think of this because this could be good. I don't know. They could just start spray painting people on NXT.
No, NWA. You're a silly guy today. All your answers are dumb and silly.
Oh, come on. I'm just being honest.
I'm going to go with, man, can I pick
two guys? No. You gotta
well, I don't think, is Cena going to win? Are they going to keep up with that? I'm going to go with Cena. I'm going to go with Cena to retain the title.
Cena always wins.
He wins, and I think they're going to keep up with this NXT versus Cena sort of storyline with Cena as the champion.
Right.
So I'm going to go with Cena to win, but I think there's going to be an interruption from NXT. They want their answer from Bret Hart. So this isn't really a prediction, but what's going to happen with that?
They want their contract.
They want their contracts. Are they going to get them? What do you think is going to happen?
Give them a contract.
Why would they give them a contract?
6 months.
They probably will, and then that'll be their reason, their logical reason that they're at all the shows and can do what they want.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see. I think they're going to give them a contract, but I don't think it's going to be this Sunday. I think you're going to see Bret Hart get a little bit of revenge on NXT this Sunday.
They want their own drops,
because really NXT, they're up 2-1. If you're keeping score right.
NXT's up 2-1.
2-1. They beat up Cena the first time, and they shook Bret Hart's brain.
And then they got beat up a couple times.
They got beat up once. That was when they tried to get Cena again.
Right.
And they've always been the aggressor.
They get ran out.
That's the same thing. So 2-1 NXT right now.
They're babies.
We're going down this Sunday. See, you're angry with NXT.
I'm not angry.
You got some passion in this. There's a little bit behind it.
Yeah,
there's something there. You got a little passion. There's a little bit of a story. No, it's not like it used to be. No, we can't say that it is. None of us can. It's not the 80s. It's not the 90s. But at least the story's kind of wrestling. Wrestling needs stories right now.
The wrestling.
They could have wrestled for, sure. I think that's borderline attempted murder.
Mace spraying.
But I guess we got to suspend our disbelief a little bit. It's an invasion angle.
Where,
then Kevin Nash darted Rey Mysterio into the trailer. McMahon maybe with him. Remember what he said, of course.
Yes.
About Bret Hart. You're going to face some challenges. What are you going to do?
And where's he been?
But what side is Vince McMahon on?
He's on NXT.
Is he on NXT? The show. How do you know that he's happy with what's transpired? Vince McMahon could go face.
No way.
He could go face. If he was Bret Hart in this angle.
No, he joins bad guys.
If things get dire, if they get drastic, keep Vince out until NXT has a real stranglehold on the WWE and bring Vince back as a face. I like it.
Remember when he joined NWO?
Yeah, but that was stupid as hell.
He turned around in his chair.
Stupid as hell. So that's all our wrestling for this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Thank everybody for joining us in the chat room as always. Daniel from Scotland.
That was one of my, mean ones.
Ooh.
Talk about the good
You could scare someone with that one.
Good.
Grim.
Scary.
Scary Grim. He comes by almost every single week.
He's going to kill me.
We love Grim. So does Daniel from Scotland. These are our dedicated listeners. That's why we shout them out every week.
We do.
So you guys who come back in the archive, we hope you enjoy yourself as well. We want to thank them, of course. They make up the vast majority of the listeners.
Sure.
The Luchadors.
Yeah.
Inge.
Yes.
JB Forever.
Oh.
And Ron.
John Barry for him.
Listen, Ron doesn't say much, so we don't know if Ron could be Ron Stud.
Could be.
Could be Ron. Could be Ron Simmons. Oh. We're going to slow things down and end things tonight. Last 4 minutes. No overtime, but we're going to do the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Douche or no douche?
Oh, nice.
You like that, right?
I
We're
like
feeling it a little bit. We won't do it forever. We're just borrowing it from Dan Levitar. We cut his show.
Sure.
Douche or no douche? We're doing it a little differently. They do, example.
Right, like a chain wallet.
Chain wallet. Guy wears a chain wallet. Douche or no douche? Okay. We're doing wrestlers. Right. If you met these guys in person, what do you think they'd be like? Would they be a douche or no? Kane. Douche. No way. Everything I've read says that Kane is a nice guy.
He's scared of it.
I say that Kane is not a douche.
Oh.
No doubt about it.
Taking you out to lunch.
Disco Inferno. Douche or no douche?
Oh. That guy's awesome. He'd be in the club. He's got to be buying drinks. I guarantee it.
Okay, so I say this because Grim in the chat said he's got the fever this week for the Disco Inferno.
Who doesn't have the fever for Disco Inferno?
Okay. Douche or no douche, Sheamus.
Oh, super douche.
We saw in the video he gave a friend a dirty look. He gave CIC a dirty look. You can see it at youtube.com/KickassWrestlingShow behind the scenes of the After the NXT Invasion. VIP was booing Sheamus, and he gave him the dirtiest look ever at the end of the video. I'm going to go with douche. You definitely douche.
I got one.
Stu.
Norman Smiley.
No douche. No way. Norman Smiley's a good man. I like Norman Smiley.
He's awesome.
And I love when he does the Who's Your Daddy dance. Spanking it. Norman Smiley is the man.
He is. I got one for you.
Oh, it's from one of our guys in the chat, JP.
All right.
Shawn Michaels. I'm going to go with absolutely no douche.
Yeah, no douche.
He seems like a real nice guy.
Yeah, he does.
I always see him signing autographs, poses for a lot of pictures. Mm-hmm. He's a good guy.
Pretty much,
no doubt about it. Grim's upset we said the Celtic Warrior was a douche.
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake? He's a douche. No doubt about it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In the middle.
I like him. I think he's an awesome guy.
Good talk, Dan.
Meet him.
Right.
If you meet him sober, he's in a good mood. Right. Imagine if you meet him on a bad day.
Ooh.
You don't think he'll be a douche?
Yeah, he'll be a douche.
So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with depends on the time of day with Jake Roberts.
Yeah, you're right.
He's either gonna be a super nice guy, or he's gonna punch you and DDT your ass unconscious.
No, you're right. Eric Bischoff.
You got
it good.
That's an easy one. He's a douche. All right, last thing we're gonna do. You got the one. Who is it?
Oh, Buff Daddy.
Well, every week you got the fever for Buff Bagwell.
He's Buff Daddy.
Hey, I got the fever this week for Bryan Danielson, who I say did a good job. I've been bashing him. Good job the last Raw. He is my fever wrestler of the week.
This is why he's on your Facebook.
And I also think he is not a two.
He's on your Facebook.
He's not on my Facebook, my MySpace, my Twitter. He's not on anything. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Have a wonderful evening, and good night.
What you want? Come on.